Hey everybody, we're getting started. So hopefully everything works. Hopefully my voice sounds all right. Hopefully everything is cool. We're back. That's the thing. We're back and we're here and we're this game, the one with the logo back there. That's actually not a logo. That's actually a big green curtain back there. But in OBS, that's a logo. So, you know, hey, there's the logo. That's the game. Wait, for those of you who can't see, I gotta get out of the way of my own logo. That logo. See? What? I can't get away from the thing. There, that game. There, that's the one I want to talk about. Wait, okay, there. Now you can see it. That game. Yeah. All right. We're talking about Last Regiment. So, it's been a really, really long time, and we haven't talked. I'm gonna put the game up. Where's the game? Wait, is that? Ah! No, not that! Ah! God damn it! I hate when I do that. Ah! Oh, okay, that's better. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what's up with my camera refresh rate. It's weird. I'm not sure. So, any case, back to what I was up to. This game up here. I look kind of crap, but nobody really logs in to see this face. They log in to see not that. Wait. No. Wait. How? There. Anyway, that thing. The game that's up there. Up there. Ha! There it is. Up there. That game. So. What have we been doing? I've been doing so much. I'm sorry that we haven't been live streaming lately. My little green screen's not working above my head. It makes it look like my head's got a big like crowd of something over it, doesn't it? Like right there, you can kind of see the. Anyway, let's see. What have I done since I streamed last time? I went to Iran. That was different. And went to a game convention in Iran, and I met a whole bunch of Iranian people. And I toured like 2 cities in Iran and learned about Iranian game development, and that was different and new and interesting. And if you guys have questions about that, I'm happy to talk about Iranian game developers if that's a thing you have an interest in. I knew nothing of it. I got invited by the government to come out and talk to young developers, and that was fun, and I did that. If you're interested in that, I did like a whole podcast and all kinds of neat stuff about it. I'm doing some more interviews and whatnot, so I'm not going to talk too much about Iran unless you guys have questions. I'm happy to talk about that. There's chat if you got questions. Other thing, and then afterward I escaped from. They treated me very well in Iran. Actually, I've never been treated better than I was treated in that country. Like, that was the best any country. I mean, I've been to a lot of countries, and it's not like the other countries, like, kick me in the balls or anything. I mean, they've been nice, but, like, okay, I'll like, when I got to Iran, when I first, some of you have heard this story, but I'll tell it again. When I first got to Iran, I had been invited by the government to come, and I had gotten my passport, and I gotten not my passport, my visa and all that. And I get off the plane, and when I get off the plane, like, not at the end of the jetway, because usually you, like, walk out of the door and then there's a jetway, but literally at the door of the plane, there's, like, these Iranian government officials in, like, little uniforms, and they've got a little placard with my name on it, and they're like, we need to see this Chris guy. And I was like, that you know, this doesn't look good, because they looked all military and shit, and, like, they didn't even let me walk down the jetway. They opened up the door at the end of the jetway and took me down the little stairs onto the runway, and there's like a big scary looking black van down at the bottom, and they're like, get in the van. And I'm like, and like I get in the van, and they're like, give us your luggage receipts. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess they're gonna search my luggage. I was really worried, and I was convinced that, like, this is when the bad stuff happens, and, you know, the cavity searches and the whatever, the rubber hoses. This is where I thought the bad shit started. And instead they drove me to a special terminal only for commercially important people, which I found out I was one of. And they put me in this, like, nice comfy leather chair with snacks and tea, and while they checked my passport, I had a little snack and some tea, and they were really in a big nice room with a huge picture of the Ayatollah in it. And then when I was done, they brought me my passport on a little silver platter, and they were like, here's your passport, sir, on a little silver platter. And then they put me in a limousine and drove me to my hotel. And now I'm spoiled. Now I'm totally, like, from now on, every time I go to a country, I'm going to be like, do you not know that I'm commercially important? Where's my special limo? Where's my snacks? So that was different. That never happened to me before. And the whole trip was like that. Like, it was like this whole trip full of, like, me being driven around by the government officials and being nice to me and showing me stuff. But anyway, you're not here to hear about Iran. You're here to talk about the game here. The game. What else have I done? I also went to, I wasn't around because I was in Texas. I went and visited my family in Texas, which was nice. It was 101 degrees every day, and it was brutal. So that was a lot of heat. I learned that I still know how to water ski, so that's good. And in Texas, I learned something, and this is important. This is important. I found my Zuckerberg. You're looking at it. This is it. This is my Zuckerberg, right? I've been looking for like, what is Chris's Zuckerberg? Is it going to be the hoodie? Is it going to be the sweater? You know, everyone's got. I don't want to think about clothes anymore, and I have found black with a little like it's a golf shirt. It's a golf. It's made out of like polyester golf shirt. It's really nice and cool in the summer. I look good in it. This is it. I hope you like this shirt. I bought 5 of them, and my closet now has 5 of this shirt in it. And this is pretty much what I'm going to wear from here on out. Like, I'm going to wake up in the morning, and I'm going to be like, okay, time to get started with my day. I will take Monday's black golfing shirt out, and I will wear that. This is my new Zuckerberg. I hope you like it. I think it fits the boom zap idiom. You know, it's black. It's, you know. And plus, black is slimming, and I'm really fat these days. So I got that going for me. So there's a bonus, right? So I went to Texas. I did that. You don't know what the, well, this is my Zuckerberg, right? So so Mark Zuckerberg wears that stupid gray hoodie everywhere he goes. And he wears the stupid gray hoodie because he doesn't want to waste time in the morning thinking about what am I going to wear, which I also don't want to spend time on, right? And so now I have sorted out my Zuckerberg. This is my version of Zuckerberg's little this version of his hoodie, right? Or like Steve Jobs, he had like the black turtleneck, and that was his thing, black turtleneck and jeans. You knew that was Steve Jobs, right? And he didn't have to think in the morning. So this is my new, I don't have to think in the morning, this shirt, which pairs with a pair of shorts or a pair of jeans, depending on how hot it is. And that's it, I'm done. So there's that, I got that out of the way. Then I went to Seattle, where weed is legal. And yeah, that was Seattle for a week. There was a convention in there and some other stuff. Weed is legal in Seattle, and I don't know. I don't know what the rules on Twitch are about how much I can talk about that, because it's not legal in all the places that people are watching this, but it's totally legal in Seattle. Yeah, then I went. So there was no streaming that week. So, yeah, it's true. Weed's legal in like half the country now, but it's not legal in all the country now, and I don't know how it fits in with... I'm still amused, because I live in Japan, where weed is like heroin. Like, you can't get... It doesn't... Like there's no division in Japan between, like, the laws about weed and the laws about heroin. So, like, you can't... So, as long as you aren't weeding on Twitch, but gardening is fine. I like that. I like that. That's nice. But no, so that was that. So I got to... yeah, there was that. Wow. So I'm finally back in Japan. I'm not going anywhere for like 2 months. I should be doing live streams every week from here on out. Let's talk about the game. I know, Pies, you don't like the pirate. Settle down, Beavis. So anyway, what have we been doing to the game? So while I've been gone, people have been happily working on the game and doing stuff. And I went and checked it and looked at it when I could while I was away, but I haven't really been as involved in the development as I should be in the last few weeks. So some of this is still me like, what have you guys been doing the last couple of weeks while I've been doing stuff? But that being said, I want to talk a little bit about, before we get started, I want to talk a little bit about development. And I know what it looks like from the outside and what it looks like from the inside, because it's very, very different. You know, from the outside, you think like, you know, we must be, you know, it's been a month. Where's the game? Why is it not done yet? But there's so much stuff that needs to be done in a game that doesn't have an obvious, it doesn't have an obvious thing. Like if I say like I added 5 new units to the game, I can pull up the game, I can show you, look, here's the 5 new units, they do this new thing. Or if I say, oh, I want to, you know, we added this new effect or this new feature. But a lot of what we've been doing lately, and by we I largely mean Adrian the programmer, is putting together a lot of back-end stuff that you can't see, but it's critical before we put other stuff in the game. So when we were playing the game before, the AI didn't know how to do anything. right? I mean, the way an AI has to, I mean, when you write the AI for a game, you don't, there's no such thing as like write the AI. It doesn't work like that. There's a game, and the game has rules, and before the AI can be written, the rules of the game have to be relatively solid so that the AI can be taught these are the rules of the game, and be taught things like when this card gets played, do this, or when this card gets played, do that, or when other players do this, this is the sort of thing that, you know, there's a whole, you know, the AI has to, it's like a child. You have to teach it all of the things about the game, and have to teach it what is it that you want to do, what is it that you will do when certain things happen around you. That's kind of the way an AI works. And before you can get any of that done, you have to have enough of the game sort of built that that you can do that, right? Because if you're still making massive changes to the rule set, you don't want to jump in and build the whole AI, because then later on you just have to rebuild it again because your rule set changed. So we haven't really gotten that involved, but we've gotten to the point now where I think enough of our core rule set is in place that we wanted the AI to start making some sense so that we could start playing against it and start building some of that structure. And so we've been building that. That's been a big thing that's been happening in the background. Another thing that's been happening recently is the multiplayer, and getting a bunch of stuff done so that multiplayer works properly. And what we're going to do in a minute is we're going to play a multiplayer game. And we can actually play now multiplayer up to, I think, 8 players right now. We can now play, like in Kalasia, AI versus multiplayer, so we could have a multiplayer game, which we will do today. We will have 3 human players and 1 AI player in the game. So we're getting that. That's progress. Hey, Flying Dutchie, good to see you. Hey, by the way, hey, Helios, hey, Merlin, hey, Alera, hey, everybody that's here. Yes, Flying Dutchie, it is our new game. It's Last Regiment. By the way, for those of you who didn't notice, this is not on the lives on the Nine Squirrels channel. We are on the brand new, what used to be the Legends of Kalasia channel. Twitch allows us to change the names of channels now. That's a new thing that Twitch does. And so since Twitch allowed us to change the name of Last Regiment, we said, hey, instead of trying to build up a big audience on another channel like we were doing before, why don't we just rename the Last Regiment channel, and this will be the official Boom Zap channel. So that's what's happening now. So from here on out, I'll be, because the thing is, we didn't want to put this game on the Last Regiment channel, but we had all these users on the Last Regiment channel, and we were like, yeah, we should, you know, use that channel. And anyway, we're now on what used to be the Last Regiment channel, which is now called the Boom Zap official channel. I will only be on the Nine Squirrels channel from here on out if I'm doing something unrelated to Boom Zap. So that's it. We are now the Boom Zap official channel. Don't you dare, Paj. Don't you dare name yourself Boom Zap official with a capital I at the end. I will hate you forever. Just because I told you not to do it, you're going to do it now, aren't you? I know you. I know that I was like, don't do that, and he's like, fucking, I'm doing it right now. I'm right. It's done. I bet it's already done. But you know what? You'll get more users like that. Boom Zap more official. Official Boom Zap Page. Now, official Boom Zap Page, that would be funny. I would support that. So anyway, that's what we've been up to. That's been. I'm sorry I wasn't around for a month. I know people are interested. They want to know where the game is going. That's where it's going. Now, I do have some announcements about the game. There is, in Singapore, in a month, there is a game convention. It's the International Toy Game Fair thing. I forget what it's called. It's a thing. And this thing, we are actually going to be bringing Last Regiment to that show. It will be the official introduction, hey, look at our game moment for the game. It'll be the first time that you can actually see Last Regiment out in the wild. We'll be showing it at a booth in Singapore. That will be its grand unveiling, so that'll be exciting, which has put on us a deadline of we have to make the game playable enough for a game convention by then. So the team's freaking out. We found that out like literally 2 days ago. Somebody gave us a booth, so we're going to do that. Because of that, I don't know when ESGS is, but I think we'll probably be taking this to ESGS as well, which is the Electronic Gaming Summit. It's the Philippine Game Conference, and I think we'll be in the Philippines as well. I'm not sure. We have to figure that out. So there's that. It's pretty hype. There is a non-zero chance we're looking into in October. We may or may not be bringing this show to PAX in Australia. We're looking into that now. That's a possibility. But it's time for us to start showing the game to human beings outside of this channel, so we're going to be doing that thing. So that's pretty hype. We're actually putting the schedule together for when are we actually going to be in early access. When will this game be available to you guys? And the hope right now is early access, something like beginning of next year, something like January. We might move it up earlier, but I'd really like to be in the early access when the game is really sexy, and I'm thinking we can have it pretty sexy by January. So that right now the plan is that PAX East probably will be there. PAX South maybe will be there. So we'll give more information on that later. But if we are in early access, I'd like to take this show out and do the rounds of the PAX East and PAX South again. Plus, I just like going to PAX South because it's in Texas and I get to see my family. So that's the main reason to go to PAX South. And then PAX East, you know, I can see you friendly peeps. So we'll see. That we'll know in the future. So there's all that. Let's talk about the game. So we have a bunch of new stuff. We have 8 factions now. Since we last talked, we've added 2 brand new factions. One of them is the Teresia faction. Teresia is it's a farming community. I know it doesn't sound exciting, but we've added a farming community to our game. So now, to be clear, 8 factions is what we've got now. There will be more later, but right now we're up to 8 factions. So our farming community is basically, so Red Keep, which is faction number 1 right now. Red Keep is a great big huge castle. It's up on a cliff, and it overlooks the sea, and it overlooks a great big valley, and it's where the elven people and the humans have come together to form sort of a guard station for the recolonization of the continent of Kothia, which is part of the backstory. And it overlooks this great big beautiful valley of Teresia. So Teresia is sort of it's where Red Keep gets its food. And so Teresia, which is our new faction 7, includes fun things like Guildmaster Silvio, who is the person in charge of the Thieves Guild. He's also the hero from this area. We've also got some Clockwork Footmen, which are a construct unit, which is the constructs are the sort of mechanized things that went out of control. These were guards that were created in the long distant past and now work to guard the place. We've also got some enraged peasants because, you know, we've got, what do we got? We have some traders, which, you know, that's the sort of thing you have in a village. We also have our chain gang. These are our enslaved workers that work down there. We've got the Hearth Witch, which is sort of a local witchy kind of woman. What do we got? We got the Priest of Valanthos, which are part of the religion of Kothia that we're developing. And the Priest of Valanthos is the god of wine and revelry and harvest, and so they're a very popular priest in farming communities, and they give fun things to people. We also have, what do we got here? We got some angry farm machinery, because, you know, pissed off farm machinery. And also we got these big ass birds, because, you know, I wanted some big ass birds in the game, and I thought, you know, why not have some big ass birds in our game? And then what do we got here? The harvest spirits, which are, you know, spirits that help to harvest. So that's new faction 7. As you can see, a lot of the art's not done yet. We're working on it. The powers are placeholder. Ben put in a bunch of powers while I was gone, and to be brutally honest, I don't like them. So we're going to be talking about the powers and how we want to adjust them and that sort of thing in the near future. So there's that. Hey, Nelson. I'm going to open up a conversation over on, where am I going to put it? Let's see. If I put it on, let's see. I'll start a call in Slack, which Nelson and Ben can join if they want to join us, because they're going to be playing with us. So I've opened a back channel for them to talk to us, if that's a thing that they want to do. Ben, Nelson, over on Slack, we have a thing. You can join us there. So, what other factions do we have? We have another brand new faction. The second brand new faction is Mugroot. And Mugroot is, finally, we have infected units in the game. So, what is an infection, you may ask? So, going back to the... Did you really do that? Did somebody really create a Boomzap official with an I at the end? That is hilarious. I'm highly amused. Hey, Nelson. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I would keep yourself muted because you're in a cafe somewhere or something, right?
Yes.
All right, so we'll leave you on push to talk, and that'll be that. So, oh, Ben's here too. Hey, Ben.
Okay.
You're here. We can hear you. I don't know if we can hear you on the stream, but I can hear you here. So there's that. So the other faction that we added is Mugroot. Mugroot is the infected. What are the infected? The infected are, going back to the backstory, there was the great big war between, we'll get to it later. There was a great big war. And the orcs, of one group of the orcs, not all of the orcs, but one particular group of the orcs who worshipped a god of death, prayed to the god of death, can you help us? Can you bring us strength? Can you do something that will help us beat up on all these people who are attacking us? And they were led by the archpriest Thagor, who is the undead orc mage that leads the group of Mugroot. And the god of death responded with, absolutely, I can help you out. And the way I'm going to help you out is I'm going to create this infectious fungus that will allow dead things to walk. So they created our undead creatures, but our undead creatures aren't sort of normal undead. They're actually imbued with a sort of magical fungal power that allows them to walk around and do stuff. So they're covered with fungus and stuff. And that fungus is an infection, and they can spread that infection. So it's that. I don't know what. So Mugroot is the biggest of the infected factions. There will be other factions that include some infected creatures, but this is the all infected all the time faction, which includes things like our mindless thing and our deathly legions. We've got some halberdiers. I don't know how to pronounce that. We've also got some lancers, and part of the idea of the infected units was the infection happened hundreds of years ago, and so a lot of the infected warriors actually have sort of a different style. They're dressed more like conquistadors, sort of an older Spanish style dress. So the idea is, like, when you're dealing with the infected, you're dealing with things that may or may not have been alive for a very long time, or I guess dead for a very long time. So they're sort of old. So Merlin asks, you see 3 numbers for stats. Yes, you've got, on the left is attack, in the center is movement, on the right is hit points. So now there is that. So anyway, there's that. Where was I? I've gotten distracted. My wife is walking around behind me. It's distracting me. But that's okay. You can walk around all you want. Not that she was going to stop walking around. What else have we got? We have spore beasts. These are animals that have been infected by the infection. We also have the rotworms. The rotworms are cool because they're like little weak-ass worms that don't do very much. But what they can do is they can they can turn into an egg, like a larva egg, and then they hatch into something big and nasty, which is sounds fun. And we've got the infected cultists who are, they're infected and they're cultists. Actually, they're not really infected. They're cultists that make things infected. They're cultists of the infection. I guess that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to make myself an army. Let's see. I want to... you. Get rid of you. I don't want you. Wait, why can't I get rid of you? Ben? All right, I removed from the regiment. All right, so one of the things we've changed, I can't remember when we talked to you last, but one of the things that we changed, you'll see down here, there are 3 factions. We can actually have as many factions as we want. This UI is old. The way that we choose a faction is we choose the hero of that faction. So, for instance, if I wanted to have any of the Red Keep units, I'd need to bring Carl here, because Carl's the leader of that faction, right? So, let's see. Do I want Red Keep? Yeah, I want Red Keep. So, I don't know if I want Red Keep. I don't want all the monkeys this game. Who do I want? Let's see. Zilvera kind of sucks for right now. I don't want her. Who do I want? I know who I want. I want Captain Tristan. He's kind of cool. So I drag Tristan down, and when I drag Tristan down, you can see now all of the units that are part of this faction, by the way, is Pallava. Now all of the Pallava functions are now open. Carl, you don't like Carl? I like Carl. Don't mess with Carl. Carl's cool. Anyway, Captain Tristan has all of these cool units. Let's see. I think we want some musketeers. That's a nice basic unit. I like the grenadiers because they have grenades. The heavy horsemen, these guys kick ass. Let's put some of those in. I'm not going to bring the Houndmasters. What does the Thaumaturge do? Thaumaturge. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. You know what? I'm going to bring her. She's a good support unit. I'll bring some of these cannons. And you know what? I'm going to bring this big old... Look at that. I ended up bringing the entire... I brought all of them. All right, I'm not going to bring the musketeers. I got to get rid of you guys. Do I need all those guys? Because I want to bring one other faction. What else can I bring? I could bring Olivia just to piss off Page. That would get me... Yeah, I'm going to bring Olivia. I wonder if I can move... We should be able to move these around. Nelson, can you take a note? I actually want to be able to arrange my group. So, like, if I wanted Olivia to be in this spot over to the left, I really would like to be able to move her. I would like to be able to arrange the location of the stuff in my thing. I'd like to be able to do that in the future. All right, I'm going to bring some Wyvern Scouts. Yeah, I'll bring some of these Dragoons are useful. Now, here's the thing. Here's what I always mess up. Now, if you look, I've brought a whole bunch of people who have a bunch of guns and stuff, right? The problem with the guns and stuff is they all require wealth when I use them. They use resources, right? I should probably get rid of Olivia. Let's ditch her, right? And let's actually bring some mana using folks. Now, the Dark Talon forces, they don't use any magic at all, so they're actually going to be a bad call. But this the Silverwood folks, they bring a lot of magical abilities. You know who I didn't bring? If I bring Carl, I could bring... Let's see. I don't know who to bring. Because I want to bring some magic. Because what ends up happening is, if you have all magic or if you have all gold using troops, then you end up always not having enough. So what you want to do is you want to bring some gold using troops and you want to bring some magic using troops so that you can use both. Let's see, who am I going to bring? All right, I'm bringing the hand of Zangor from Ivoria. Now he's a magic using fellow. I'm going to bring these witch priests because they have these cool mana using. Yeah, we're going to bring these guys. And let's see, these beast mages, they're pretty cool if I remember right. Yeah, let's bring these beast mages. And then let's see. Monkeys riding monkeys. You can never go wrong with monkeys that ride monkeys. Because you know what? When they get killed, you still got monkeys. That's a good thing, right? All right. There's my army. I'm good to go. I'm going to open up a new multiplayer map. So, I have not had a lot of time to build levels, so we don't have any new levels right now. I'm going to host an old level. We do have a lot of neat abilities packed into the units. They're still being tested. Some are better, some are worse. I actually think right now we have a little too many units that have multiple abilities. You'll see when I start playing the game that it becomes like a turn gets really stressful because you're like, there's so many things. What do I use this ability, use that ability? I think I want to make the units a little bit more specialized so that they don't all have like 5 different things that they can do, so that there's a little bit more choice in, all right, I should bring this guy because he's got the one thing. There's a little thing on the top left corner of my screen. Oh my God, chat works. I forgot we have chat now. Look at this. Ben is a big duty head. So yeah, we have working chat now. So this is the kind of stuff that, we're getting some stuff in that it doesn't seem real exciting right off the bat, but it's progress, right? I don't know. Looks like it works to me. right, so progress. Anyway, go away, chat. I don't want to see you right now. I want to host a game. Oh, look, new UI. So theoretically, there would be a picture of the level here. We don't have that working yet, but it's coming. Give it time. Settle down, Beavis. We will play Coruscant. Coruscant is actually one of the cities on the coast of the nation of, not the nation, the continent of Kothia. It's a big port city that's been taken over by disease and infection. So let's select that. Let's see, I got 2 more people in. I am ready. Boom. Note, you can change options and stuff. I didn't. Life moves on. All right, it's figuring out what to do. Hey, we've got a new resolving button up there. We should think of it. All right, so game started. Apparently I'm red. So I can look around. I can see who I am. One thing, it's a little thing you may not have noticed, but I actually resized all the art. And that took way longer than I thought it would. It used to be these trees were really, really small, and I made everything about twice as, well, I didn't. I made an artist do it. I made an artist make everything about twice as big. And so now the levels look a little cleaner and fresher. I'm actually really happy with it. It's hard without a before and after picture to know what it is we did. It's not totally obvious and clear, but trust me when I say it's cooler and better. I'm gonna, oh, by the way, notice you now get a little highlight that tells you where you can place your units when you place a unit. Little red thing means you can't place the units there. Oh, I don't know if we had this last time you were here, Merlin. Check these docks out. We actually have added in the ability to embark units. I'm not going to right now because I don't want to, but actually you can now bring one of your units over to one of those docks, embark them, they'll get put on a ship, and you can now sail your unit around in the sea. So later on, when I actually want to do that, I will show you, but I don't want to show you that now, so we'll get back to it. 43 frames a second. It's because I got OBS and all that other stuff on. I got to figure that out. Let's see, what are we doing here? New turn. I don't have a lot of guys. I need to get this guy down to go take some stuff. Also, I don't know, again, I don't remember when you saw this last time. You'll notice now I've actually got a movement guide, an interactive movement guide in the game. So if I move there, it'll tell me, all right, you moved into a wood, that's as far as you can go, so all those other spots are places you can't go right now. But if you go this way, it tells you, aha, you can go all those places, and it kind of gives you a nice little readout so you can know exactly where you can and cannot go with your dudes. I will make him go there for now. And can I get some monkeys riding monkeys? Is that a thing? No, I can't afford the monkeys riding monkeys. I'm too poor. I'll wait. I'll save my money. Yeah, we're looking to add some more stuff into the game that does, you know, stuff like that windmill. It kind of makes the game look a little more alive and pretty. So we're doing more stuff like that. Let's see. Let's send Grenadiers up. So again, I don't remember where we were when we last spoke. But up here on the right-hand side, you can see we have command points. Right now, I'm only using 2 of my 16 potential command points. We have, this is how much gold you have versus your cap. So I can get up to 29 gold right now. If I want to have a larger cap, I got to take some buildings like this inn right there, which I will go do. Let's see, we'll have you run down there and do some stuff. Off we go. Well, there will be birds that you can click on and explode. That will happen sooner or later. It hasn't happened yet. It's not high on our list of priorities, but we'll do that. All right, so I don't remember, again, if I've told you all this before, whatever. You'll see down in the bottom right-hand corner, these are the abilities that our units have. So my heavy horse can do a bunch of different stuff. I can click on them to see what they do. I can charge, apparently. I have a benefit versus beasts, and I can subjugate something. And some of these are only show up in certain times. So, for instance, that thing that the flag bit that tells me I can take over a land only happens when I'm on land that I can take over, like a building or city or something. So I'll take over that building or city. You, keep going. no, hang on. Let me fix my OBS. You can't see what I'm talking about. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. There, now you can see. Now it's all clear. There you go. All better for you. All right, so new thing we have, ships. I love ships. So notice I can't build my ship on a normal city. I have to build my ship on a dock, but that's okay. I got 2 of them. Bam, I'm going to build that big ass ship right there. My galleon. All right, so I've taken over that inn. You notice now that I've taken over the inn, I actually have a couple new abilities. So I can recover myself. I can heal at the inn if I would like. I can also get some liquid courage at the inn if I would like. So that's a special ability that only is available in the inn. So I can click on that and basically get my dude drunk. So there's that. I like that you can get your dude drunk in your game. I think that's important. You'd rather have Pyge's face slowly emerge from the water before submerging after giving us a motivation. I don't know what you're smoking, but no, that's not going to happen. All right, so here's a kind of fun thing you can do now. So I put my grenadiers here in this artillery tower. You'll notice he has his normal abilities, the grenadier abilities, but he's also got some spanking new abilities like this bombard. And look, I seem to be close enough that my grenadiers can bombard that guy in that tower, or in that fort, and nobody can stop me. Notice I also have a kick-ass galleon, which I can now move around and do whatever I want to with. And one of the many things I can do with this galleon is take him off the coast right there and bombard my neighbors with him, which is, you know, why you buy galleons. How long does the liquid courage last? A number of turns. It's in the description. Let's see. Uses for 3 turns. So he's all liquid couraged up. Sounds like a really good time to bum rush him somewhere where he can go do some damage. Let's go do that. Oh, look. There's a ship. And I can shoot it. And I'm gonna shoot it. Boom. You know what? Actually, why don't you retarget that cathedral? So there's a question now. Am I going after green or am I going after yellow? I gotta pick an enemy. I gotta pick what I'm up to. Then you know what? I think I'm going after green. Yellow can wait. The horse is just big boned. Yes, that guy really can throw a grenade all the way across there. I think the grenades have a range of 2 hexes, something like that. We found, our testing showed us that it was more fun to have ranged weapons that actually have some range to them. To make them a little bit weaker but give them long range. Because the problem is when you're moving all these units around, having all of them all in one single space is a little weird. What the hell effect? That was a weird ass effect that just happened. I'd never seen that happen before. All right, so he just took over that cathedral. I am not cool with that. He also brought a whole bunch of elephants to the game. I'm not cool with that either. I'm going to go take that cathedral from him, is what I'm going to do. Oh, by the way, notice this weird bug that where that little smoke is right there? That's a bug. So don't yell at me about that. It's not my fault. I blame the coders, really. All right. I need some more units. You know what I need? I need some artillery. Could never go wrong bringing some artillery into the game. The big white fog on the left is intentional. The crappy fog on the right is a bug. How are moves resolving? Ranged attacks, then moves in some... Yes. So the way it works is all of the ranged weapon attacks and all of the spells and special abilities resolve first. After that, movement happens and melee combat happens during the movement order. As for what order the abilities resolve in, visually they do it kind of sequentially so you can see what's going on, but they all happen simultaneous. So if I attack you and you attack me as a ranged attack, and yours does 5 points of damage and this one does 10 points of damage, we will both do damage to each other simultaneously. I may see one happen before the other one happens, but they're actually if I killed you with my ranged attack, you'll still be able to do your ranged attack because it's on the same round. You'll just die afterwards. All right, so this cathedral is mine. Damn it. I'm going to take that over. I'm going to drive this ship down south. All right, you, how far can you shoot? You can't shoot far enough. But I'm going to keep you there because that's a good place for you. So hang out there and defend. Let's see. I need to get some more dudes. All right, let's get this artillery down where it can do some good. And I think I want some more of these heavy horsemen. They're useful. More of the big-boned horsemen. You'll notice, by the way, there's a how many units have I not moved counter up in the upper right-hand corner with the next unit, so I can actually scroll through my unordered units if I want. Yeah, it does look better. There's still a lot of work to be done, especially with the effects and stuff and getting rid of this big-ass graphics bug. But there's still some work that we need to do, but it does look better. It's getting better. So what order do units move in? So let's say you've got a unit with a movement of 1 or a unit with a movement of 3. And keep in mind, for instance, moving along a road gives you more movement. So this cannon here, he has a movement of 1, right? But since he's walking down the road, he's actually going to get extra movement points. He's going to be able to move 2, right? What's going to happen is everyone in the game, let's say there's a guy moving 1, there's a guy moving 3, a guy moving 4, everyone moves their first movement. Then everyone moves their second movement. Then everyone moves their third movement. And so if you only have one movement, if you're only moving 1 hex, you do that on the first move. If you're moving 2 hexes, you move the first hex on the first move, the second hex on the second move. So everybody moves, and then if you've got 2 moves, that guy moves. You've got 3 moves, the next guy moves. We had it the other way around before, where guys who move further move faster, which made more, I guess, intellectual sense, but it didn't actually work. People got confused by it. People didn't know when they were moving it. It didn't actually work the way we had hoped it would work. So we adjusted it to this, and since we did this, it seems very intuitive. People seem to understand it a lot better. So I think we're going to keep it like this. Who have I not moved yet? Oh, my new heavy horseman. That graphics bug is really bugging me. It looks really ugly. But that's just the way it is. It's the way it's going to be. Get off my house of prayers! Yeah, it does look better. Some of the different graphics options seem to have made it look better. Oh, my heavy horseman died. Well, alright, I'm cool with that. Oh, I can't. Alright, well, you. Kill that elephant. You, get down to a place where you can kill that elephant. You, come over and help me kill that elephant. I'm going to move you into the woods where you'll hide. Yeah, I will agree. There is a lot of Westnoth in this game. No, I did not capture my windmill. I really should do that. Thanks for reminding me. But I do think the simultaneous turns really make the game, you know, very, very different in the way it plays out. So for instance, like this, right? I can kind of figure out, well, how much damage am I going to do, right? So he's going to do 3 points of damage. Then I've got this guy over here who's going to do another 2 points of damage. So that's going to get me up to 5 points of damage. Plus this attack. Actually, I don't need that. I can actually bring this guy down here. And he can go take that house of prayers over. All right, artillery, go take that windmill over. I brought way too many expensive people to this game, and I don't have enough money to pay for any of them. That's my problem. All these people cost 40, 30. When I picked my army, I did not look at the prices of these units carefully enough. I do not have enough cheap units. Can you throw the windmill? No, you can't throw windmills at people. All right, progress. We killed that dude. That's cool. But we got killed at the same time. But that's all right. We got rid of the guy I wanted to get rid of. Let's see, how far will that artillery shoot? It won't quite. Well, it will make it down there. Take that. In your face. I want to buy some more grenadiers, but I want to save my money. I don't know what to do. I don't know what the right thing to do is. Will you reach? Oh, you will reach. Haha. How does capturing buildings work? You're trying to cap the cathedral earlier. It looks like being attacked, interrupted. Yes, you can be interrupted. You have to be uninterrupted the whole turn to capture a building. So yeah, that's how that works. Kill that dude. All right, you're gonna have time to take over that cathedral. I'm gonna get my house of prayers. All right, you. I need another grenadier. Should have gotten it last turn, but I didn't. I was foolish like that. All right, you're going around the corner to go mess with the green people. Ben's right. You can get shot, but if you get melee attacked, that will actually disturb you. Yeah, Helios, that was. You really touched on why we're making this game. You know, we sat down and we said, you know, what should we do next for Kalasia? Should we, you know, we really didn't know where to go with Kalasia and how to improve it, because at heart the combat was so wonky, and so we've been really anal in building this game about making sure every time we introduce a new rule or a new idea, we spend some quality time really thinking about. Are people going to understand this? You know, if we add this to the game, are people going to know how to do it? Does it make sense? Is it intuitive? Because I think that's where Kalasia really died, was people liked it once they got into it, but it took them so long to get into it. This is super simple. You want to shoot something, you tell it where to go. What really I think we started with, and I think the thing that really makes this game is there is no other map. There is no other screen. In Kalasia, there was like, here's the map, and you're playing on the big strategic map, and every time you went to a battle, you went to the separate battle screen, and it showed you what happened in the battle screen. There's no battle screen here. Everything happens right here on the map. You don't get to concatenate armies. You don't get to, you know, that grenadier is always just that grenadier. He'll never be an army of grenadiers. He'll never be part of an army or anything like that. He's just a guy. He moves them around. So it's very straightforward for me to understand what's going on in this game. And for me, that was the most critical part of what we're doing, is making sure that nobody had trouble understanding what they were doing when they picked this game up for the first time. That was the heart of what we were trying to do. So hopefully that works. Come on, do you don't have enough money to shoot your grenades off? These grenades got too expensive. Let's see, what else can I do? All right, finally I can get some of my bigger units. Let's get some of these monkeys. Monkey! All right, we're good. Do you still get some bonus gold for finishing turns fast? Right now, no. I'm not sure if we're going to keep that from Kalasia or not. It added a lot of stress to the game, and I'm not sure if I want. I'm not sure if in the long run that stress was a full positive. We're playing it without it right now to see how we feel. I'm not sure how it plays out in the end. We'll see. I mean, it's easy for us to add if we want to add it later. I'm not sure if we want to or not. Kill, Mongo, kill. Why do you not allow me to do what I want to do? There's an issue here. You bombard him. It won't let me do it. There's an issue. All right, fine. Kill that guy on the docks. Can you do your thing? Can you? I don't have enough money. That's my problem. I'm out of cash. I have so many artillery units. I need more melee units because my artillery units can't attack like they're supposed to. How much does it cost you to bombard somebody? Oh, your bombard is cheap because you're artillery and that's what you're made to do. Some people were born to throw bombs at people. Alright, you. Alright, stick around there. Don't do anything for right now. Wait, can you heal? Yeah, heal. Who needs healing? I guess you heal yourself. Doctor, heal thyself. Green is all up in my shit, and I'm not cool with it. I believe green is Ben, and I'm not cool with Ben being all up in my business. Oh, and he kills my artillery. Not cool with that. I'm not okay with that, Ben. Alright, you're going there. Go get them, monkeys. Oh, dude, I'm getting my ass kicked by green. I'm not happy about this. Let's see. I think part of my failure was not getting enough cool melee troops. I went with way too much ranged weapons, and I'm feeling the pain from it now. Hey, Ben, if you're not going to say anything, mute your microphone. I get weird noises from you. All right. Yeah, green has got those big ass elephants, which are pretty good. He did a better job of bringing melee troops to this battle. I've been limited in what I can do because and this is by design. This is part of the game. When you use your missile troops, it actually uses gold if it's basic guns and stuff, right? So, for instance, ooh, somebody brought some birds. I haven't seen those birds before. Oh, dude, yellow is coming in to get all up in my business now. I'm not cool with that. Go get my inn back. You, take over that windmill finally. You, let's go. Don't you dare get in my tower, you stupid bird. I'm not cool with that. There we go. All right. Yeah, it's coming along. One thing I'm not happy with is there's just too many things to look at down here at the bottom. There's too many options to look at. It's going to confuse people. I think we're going to simplify it out so that each unit sort of has one or two cool things with it. Because what happens is you inherit abilities from the building that you're in as well. So for instance, I should have just taken over this windmill. Come on, take over the windmill. There you go. So when I've taken over the windmill here, that's going to make some of the windmill abilities available. So I can now mill if I want. And that's going to actually increase the production of all my homesteads and farms. So I've got this farm here, right, this human, and in fact, if I wanted to, I could put a unit on the farm and have a guy sit and farm my farm or run my windmill. I can actually, you know, now that he's got this bird sitting on this tower, he can't do it yet because he hasn't taken him over yet, but if he takes over the tower, that's actually an artillery tower, which gives him access to an artillery gun, and I can put anyone in that tower. And so one of the things you can do, it gives you a real use for some of the smaller armies. So let's say a chain gang or a militia or one of the smaller units. He's not really that powerful until you march him over to an artillery tower and have him go run your artillery tower, and suddenly he has a real purpose in the game. So that's one of the things that's neat, but the downside of it is, well, all right, now the Grenadier, he has his own defense ability, he's got his own engineering, which allows him to ignore fortification bonuses, he's got to defend. Oh, but the windmill also has a defend, and oh look, the windmill also has a windmill. So there's just all this stuff. Once you start using the inherited abilities, it gets a bit much. Also, after a few games, I expect everyone will be familiar in the maps. Keep in mind, we're shipping with an editor. So the theory is, relatively quickly, there will be more maps than you could possibly want to play in this game. That's by design. So you will have a vast number of maps to play with, should you so choose. Or you can make your own. Also an option. I don't know who Sakuya is, but that sounds cool. I'm happy somebody wants to make maps. Maybe Sakuya is cool. Maybe that's a cool person. I don't know. I don't know who it is. I think we'll probably make the Fog of War an option that you can turn on and off. I mean, that's certainly something we can do. It's one of those things that we'll see how early access feels about it. Oh, you killed my galleon, bastards. I probably shouldn't have just left him there hanging out. That was probably a bad call. All right, monkeys took my inn. That's progress. What do you got going on, monkeys? +2 charge. All right, why don't you get some liquid courage? That'll help. You. Oh, it won't reach. I wanted it to reach down there, but it doesn't. All right, fine. Then go get your cathedral back. I want my cathedral. I want my house of prayers. You. Get down and do some damage. Oh, cool. He sounds like a cool dude. Alright, the stupid bug is bothering me. My game looks so ugly because it's got this whitewash on top of it. It's so much prettier than it looks. Adrian's got to fix this stupid bug. It's driving me nuts. I only have this one little corner of my map up here that actually looks pretty anymore. Alright, what do you got? You got... you can transform into either one of these cool things. Then you're a jungle warrior, but I don't have any jungles. I think you're gonna... I think I want a silent winged horror. That sounds like a useful thing to have around. Alright, you're all tusked aped up. Alright, well why don't you get stronger, tusked apes? And why don't you take over that cathedral? And... Dude, there's a huge squid on my docks. I am not cool with that. Get off my dock, squid. Alright. Night, Helios. No fair. Yellow sees what's going on. Yeah, like I say, we're still pretty early in development, Helios, so there's a lot of stuff that we're still working our way through, but I'm pretty pleased with how it's coming so far. Wow, yellow is moving in. Bad things are going to happen. Alright. So many graphics errors, driving me insane. Alright, fine, go kill. You. Build that. You. Attack that. So Chris, you were saying you might have an alpha version ready by early 2018. By then at the latest, I think. I think our goal is that we would have something ready for early access January, something like that. I'd like to be in early access before PAX South. That's my dream. We'll probably have but that's early access. We'll probably have an alpha version ready before that, and we'll probably get some people involved in that alpha before we put it in early access. And anyone who's here on this live stream, anyone who shows up for our live streams would be on the list of people that would be getting an alpha copy. So we'll probably do a friends and family and people who show up for this live stream alpha version, and then we'll do an early access version after that. Hey Maple Tag, how's it going? And yes, this is the new game. This is Legend. This is Last Regiment. So it's what we've been doing. I haven't been avoiding anybody. I've been working and going to places and doing things, and apparently losing a lot of my hair. Look how far that, I swear to God, there was hair here. Like just last week there was, look at that. That's really getting ridiculous. I'm going to have to get a toupee or something. Or maybe I'll just shave it all bald and just man it up and deal with it. Would I look good bald? What do we think? Would that be good? I'm not sure. Yeah, this is not Legends of Kalasia. This is Last Regiment. See the little, there's a thing up in the corner of the screen that, you know, shows it. It's got a logo and stuff. Go kill that guy. I'm done with you. I don't want you around no more. Let's see. Kill that. Kill that. Who has not moved yet? Oh yeah, you. All right. Will there be a CRISPR in the game? As of yet, no. But it's an interesting point that you brought up. There ought to be, shouldn't there? I swear to God, there was hair here. I came just in time. I don't know if I could really pull off the Walter White. I'm not sure if I could do it. And it's true. Being bald wouldn't make me uglier. I'm already as ugly as I'm going to get. So, but I mean, it's one thing to be ugly. It's another thing to be ugly and hairless. I don't know. Hey, thanks for the follow, Marley3243, whoever that is. Hey, Marley. Don't know what's going on with people following that don't say anything. You feel like somebody would say hi before they follow. You think that would be... I mean, I appreciate the follow. It's nice. Yay. Just for the record, by the way, notice we don't have a subscribe button. We still have not got every single other person on Twitch has a subscribe button. We don't have a subscribe button yet. That's how lame we are. So I need to do that. It's true. Marley would now feel really awkward because I brought him up. I called him out. He'd be like, I'm out of here. So what was worse for travel, the Middle East or hipster-infected Seattle? I actually like Seattle. I'm a big fan of Seattle, and I would totally live there again if there was some reason for me to do so. I'm all about Seattle, actually. Where's this silent winged horror gonna go? Let's get you over here. Let's get you, and you, why don't you get drunk? Get drunk, Grenadiers. Let's see, my ship's gonna keep attacking. I think we need some artillery here. We're done. Dude, the legal pot is wonderful. I will tell some pot stories now because I feel like I have to. I was up in Seattle, right? And I don't want to be the guy that shows up without weed, right? So I go buy a big bag of weed at the dispensary because, you know, that's what people do. And I show up at a party that I was hosting, and I was like, hey, look, I have a big bag of weed. And everybody looked at me like I was insane. And they were like, what is that? And I'm like, well, it's weed. We're going to smoke it. And they were like, nobody smokes that anymore, Chris. I'm like, well, what do you do? And they were like, well, and they pull out like it's like a vape thing, but it's got like a oil in it, and you smoke the oil, and they were like, well, this is how real people smoke. And it's gotten so technical, and I felt like some sort of like creepy old grandpa who doesn't know what the kids are doing these days. Like I felt really out of touch. And I never thought that I would feel out of touch smoking weed. I never thought that would be a thing, but that was a thing, and I'm not sure I'm cool with it. How come my liquid courage doesn't work? I should have a +5. Oh, I do have a +5 to my attack. It's already there. I'm whining about something that's not a problem. All right, you need to die. There, go kill that winged horror. You need to heal yourself. All right, why are you not dead yet? Kill that thing. Why are those birds so strong? All right. I know, Maple. I don't know how kids smoke anymore. But it wasn't vape. It was like a special, like I bought popcorn little tiny weed that fits in a, because I was like, we'll vape this. So I thought, you know, I'll get weed that fits in a vape. But it wasn't a vape. It was like an oil vape. It was really, now I have to admit, it's better. I mean, they're right. I mean, I give them credit. They know how to smoke properly. But I need to move to Seattle is what needs to happen. That needs to change. Oh, don't get me wrong. The weed all got smoked, but we smoked that later, and they made fun of me while we did it. We smoked a lot of weed. But I shouldn't tell. I can't believe I'm on a professional channel talking about that. Kids, don't do drugs. Not bad drugs. I like how I bust out like, hey, we're gonna be on the Boom Zap official channel. Let's talk about weed. Like that. This is how we start the Boom Zap official channel. Somewhere, someone like Monica's not here today. She's on vacation today, and I'm pretty sure that wherever she is, there's like some sort of cold feeling in the back of her spine where she's like, Chris is doing something. I don't know what it is, but he's doing something he shouldn't be doing. Why can I not summon there? I should be able to summon there. That's a summonable spot. I want to summon on that. Oh, I can't summon there because you took over my port and I can't summon anything now, yellow people. That's it. Things are looking bad for me now. I'm not happy with what's going on here. I'm in a bad way. I gotta go take my city back. Everybody, run back to the city. We can't tolerate this foolishness. I don't mean yellow people that way. But seriously, somewhere Monica's like, I can't believe. There's like right here in the back of her head, she's like, there's something going wrong somewhere and I don't know what it is. Okay, this graphics bug is really annoying at this point. But this is what game development looks like. You gotta see, that's the thing. Like, this is how you know a real game developer from someone who wants to be a game developer, right? A real game developer sees his game behave like this, and he's like, well, I still gotta test it. And they keep playing, even though it does that, because, you know, they still gotta test the game. But like a wannabe game developer would be like, it's too hard to play, there's too much wrong, can you fix all of it and then I'll test it? And that's how you know you're not really a game developer. That's like somebody who really wants to be a game developer someday, things like that. But real game developers, we fight our way through the bugs. Because we're cool like that. I am so getting my ass handed to me right now. I am not cool with this. Can't summon because he took over my port. Yeah, I'm shit out of luck right now. Yeah, pretty much. That's the Monica moment. Weed and cultural appropriation. That's a good band name. Who are you? Weed and Cultural Appropriation. No, it's not a band name. That's actually too long for a band name. That's a B-side instrumental jam called Seattle Weed and Cultural Appropriation. I would definitely do that. Is smoking weed cultural appropriation? That's a very good question. In this modern day, I think it may be. See, now you guys have got me talking about this. I'm going to show up on the front page of Kotaku somewhere. Game developer talks bad about cultural appropriation and weed on channel. And hey, Bobo Beer 2. Long time no see. Welcome to Last Regiment, the new game we're building. We're developing it live on Twitch. I've been out for a month, but I'm back. We'll be here every week, usually on Thursdays. Right now it's a Friday over here, but we'll go back to Thursdays next week, which I think is Wednesday night in the States. All right. I think I'm pretty much SOL here. I don't see this getting better for me anytime soon. That's true. It won't make the front page, but maybe on the back page. Wait, there was a game company that had a Kickstarter and blew it all on coke and hookers? I can't believe I didn't think of that. All right. I think this game is over for me. I think bad things are happening. Yeah, we do totally need a surrender option. Hey, Nelson, put that on the list of stuff to do before next week. I don't know what that effect is, but we're using it too much. The little boom effect. All right, I'm totally out of it. There's no hope for me now. I can't build anything, and I got one grenadier. I got nothing. I got nothing, man. I can farm. I don't even have enough money to throw grenades. All I can do is farm. I think he's just going to farm, get some money, then we'll throw some grenades. Wait, where is it? Where is it 523? Is that you're Europe somewhere, I guess. That would be like Amsterdam or somewhere like that. I think is 523 now. Yeah, Amsterdam is 523. That's Europe. I'm totally going to read that article later. What are the current win conditions in the game? So, good question. You can actually, I think we can pull down. You can see right here, victory points. Right now, I have 92. Player 3 has 129. By the way, this is wrong. I'm not green. I'm red. So there's something wrong here. By the way, Nelson, you should mention that. So you can win by victory point, you can win by domination. That's what we've got right now. What we're going to be adding in the game later is a bunch of other things. You know, protect this castle for X number of turns, etc. And we're going to be doing that for the single player missions so that we can have interesting single player missions. But there's been some talk about how can we integrate those into multiplayer, so maybe we can play a multiplayer where like one side has to guard this island for X number of turns or something like that. We're playing around with some ideas with there, but you know, capture the flag or something like that. You know, take over 4 castles or some crap like that. So there's a bunch of stuff like that we can do. But yeah, playing to the death of all cities and all units is tedious. We won't do that. So there should be a VP win relatively soon. And again, one of the things we have to do is figure out how to set VP and all that. There's a bunch of balancing involved there. But it'll be a lot like Kalasia. There'll be a VP win, a total domination win. There'll also be a game takes X number of turns, and whoever's got more VP at the end of X number of turns win. All of that will be available. Well, it looks like I did some farming that turn. Farms. I feel bad. And I should feel bad losing like this. I still don't have enough money to even throw grenades. I think those grenades are way overpriced. I feel very shitty about that. If I had a surrender button, I would have pressed it by now. Something that might show brackets or automatically set up pairings for players, tournament support. Planned, not in yet. We're actually talking about how we're going to do that. One thing I've been thinking a lot about is the way that we ran those tournaments in Malaysia was fun. And I'd like to integrate that into the game, where instead of having some sort of outside thing, I'd like to have in the game special events. One thing that we've been learning from free-to-play games and other games outside of our genre a little bit is that having events and having things happen, timed events, once you've shipped the game, seems to be something that really keeps people engaged, keeps people playing the game. So we want to be doing more of that, and I'd like to be building some support in the game for that kind of stuff. But that stuff comes a little bit later in the process. Yeah, very much like you're talking about. Hey, my daughter is standing right next to me. Come say hi. Say hello, Internet.
Hi, Internet.
See, that's my daughter. She's getting big. And she's drinking my water. Why are you drinking my water? Don't you have your own water? Hey, this shirt's new. Is that from Texas?
Yeah.
That's cool. It looks kind of Native American-y.
Yeah.
So, that's my daughter. She's too cute for her own good. All right. Go. Stop stealing my stuff. The Internet says, hello, Chris's daughter.
Hi. Can I get paper?
After that.
Okay.
All right, so I got nothing here. I just got to sit here and wait to die, pretty much. Why is it taking forever to resolve? Yeah, those are good suggestions, Merlin. It's something I haven't put a whole lot of thought into yet, but I probably need to go do some research. So I'll probably go look at the games you're suggesting and see the way they do their systems, because I'd like to build in a good tournament system that's not external to the game, so that people can jump in. I want to more of the social stuff that we were doing external to the game. I want to integrate into the game so that people feel they can open up the game and there's things happening in the game. That's really important to me. So I'm out. I've lost. It's over. That's it for me. How do I? One thing we don't have in this game, I can't quit. Nelson is a deek. I don't know. There should be a way out of this. I want to go back to the main menu, but we don't have it. How do I force quit, Nelson? There's no way out. Alt F4? Really? Well, no, I could close the game. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go back to the main menu, you doofus. Also, we don't save. We need to start saving resolutions. We should save resolutions better. So there's the game again. Yeah, not currently available. Thank you. I figured that out, Grumpus. But you can see here along the bottom, I've got all of these widgets, and the whole purpose of these widgets is exactly the kind of stuff we're talking about. Like, I would like to be like, there's a new tournament available, and we can all go to the tournament and play the tournament, etc. Click Control and click on the gear. Now you tell me. So anyway, that's a game for today. That's all the live stream I got time for. I know real men stream for like 3 hours or something, but I'm a developer, and that's what I need to do. So I got to go make more game. Thanks, everybody, for showing up and being here and being part of the thing. I'm back in Japan. I'm not traveling. I'm not doing a bunch of stuff, so we're going to get more regular about this. I'll be back next week. I moved it to Friday this week because I was just so jet lagged yesterday that I was like, I can't do a live stream. I'm not capable. I'm still actually a little bit. So hopefully next week I'll be a little bit more awake and more on top of things. We'll probably be building maps next week. One thing I've got on my list of stuff to do is build a bunch of new maps, and I'm probably going to be building maps later next week, so that we have new maps to play and new maps with new stuff and things I want to use, new terrains, and there's a bunch of stuff I want to do. So we're going to be doing that next week. We'll also have some corrections and probably some serious unit balancing between now and then, because we have the new factions and I want to change some of that. So we'll have all that in next week. for those of you who are wondering, how can I support this game? Tell people about it. That would help. Like bringing more people over to the live stream, bringing more people some knowledge about what we're doing. That would be great. That being said, we pretty consistent, 10 or 15 people today, which is more than enough to make a live stream worth my while. So we'll be doing this every week, but bring your friends, tell people, let people know what's going on. Merlin, you're always telling people and doing stuff. I know that's something you're always there for, and I thank the people who are here. We're going to be doing more of this now that we're on the Boom Zap channel. Maybe more people will show up for that. And yes, everybody, Monica will be here next week. So next week we will be here. Monica will be here, and you'll see this face. And you know what? You're going to see this. You're going to see it's not the Zuckerberg. It's the Natsume, the black golf shirt made out of polyester. This is yep. It'll be me. I'll look just like this. So I'll see everybody next week. Let's see here. I should go to no, not that. No, wait. Which button do I want? That button? No, not that button. No, wait, not that button. There's a button. That button. That's the button I want. Thanks, everybody. And usually I'd play some music right now, but I found out that like when I play music, they cut out my thing, so we're just gonna be silent here for a while. So I'm gonna turn off the mic now, and then it's just gonna be quiet. I still don't like that, but that's how it's gonna be.